My Gavanen Melonin, and well met indeed. Amara here, Galadurthan, and welcome to our Dorwinion campaign, or continuing Dorwinion campaign. As we are sort of turning the tide against Rune, we're besieging Logarth with a raiding force, really, but hopefully we'll have enough to pull them out, and we'll be able to kill them on the field, no trouble. Our army at Ostinavari won some successful battles, but now is so depleted we must return to recoup. Likewise, the army at Duhavil and Strondos is returning to Strondos because it is not strong enough to hold anything. And so hopefully Khan Uldor will get caught up on Duhavil, which will give us just enough time to get some more troops through and ready to go. We've got an army being trained in Santanwi, or some troops being trained in Santanwi. Karasant is sending forces south as well. And you will note, of course, in Winterionior, there stands Frothir, who is going to hopefully take Winterionior and begin our conquest on the eastern side of the Sea of Rune. Theoden is holding thanks to Theodomir, who has won a couple of successful battles, but at the moment we are ending the turn. And ploughing on. So Ostinavari has rebelled and left us, that's not a surprise. We destroyed all the buildings before we left though, so it won't be of any use for Rune for at least 4 or 5 turns, and then some after that. But first we must deal with taking Logarth. It's rather fitting that the music of Dale is the ominous music of Dale is playing, because of course, as I have mentioned, once Rune are defeated, Dale are next. Captain Arnkun and Captain Siavash. He doesn't have any ranged forces, and we do. And we have cavalry, and he doesn't.
Prepare for battle.
With any luck, this will turn our way, in our favour. And our enemies will know the tide turns.
Units, await my orders.
Alright, welcome. Let's just turn the UI on. Men of the Thorn! Right, let's get you in close, nice and early. The cavalry onto the edges. Fire as soon as you are able. I'm not really bothered which ones you take down. I suppose that one is better because they've got spears. So we'd want that one down, really. And away they go. 6% of the enemy has fallen, with a couple of volleys from the crossbows. Right. Catch them unawares. Good charge in the side there. That pins the Daratai warriors in place, as the other Thorn Riders bear down upon them. Sweep into their left-hand side. Well done, men. They're wavering. They're wavering. Turn a face. We're pretty much point blanking it with these crossbows. You must get some kills. Come on. Too free to run away again. The Daratai warriors are double charging. It took hardly any. The Thorn Riders aren't actually very good. I saw someone comment on a video. I don't know which video it was. I can't remember. Commenting that this is the first time in 5 years of Dorwinion being set up the way they are that anyone has ever suggested this, which did make me chuckle. But his comment was quite insistent and strongly versed in that the Elven choice for Dorwinion is absolutely pathetically weak, and no one should choose the Elven choice because the human choice is simply better. And I thought that was quite funny, given that almost everyone and their dog says that the Elven choice is considerably better, and barely anybody chooses humans. So it did make me laugh. So it just goes to show that no matter how strongly some people may think something, there is at least 1 or 2 people that think the other thing. We are kiting the spearmen well enough. The Daratai warriors really don't want to break though, do they? But I think that's because the general is that one. Yes, he is. He's over there. Sprinting across the field. Alright, they should be able to kill those remaining warriors. Yes, they do.
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
That's all of them over there dead now, right? Yes, 'tis. They don't know where to go because they're totally surrounded. Move everyone in. Keep it up, keep it up, keep it up. Pin them. Now end it. Merciless.
We've cut the enemy are utterly vanquished.
14.
This is a great victory.
14. And Logarth is ours again. This is exactly what this army was intended to do. Simply pick off the weaker settlements. Because, to be honest, it got to the point where I think if the AI is going to do it every damned time, then I'm bloody well going to do it too. And so we shall make these smaller raiding armies that are designed specifically for speed and swift attacks and just pluck off the lesser settlements of Rune, stopping them gaining the income from any of these places.
We have conquered, my lord.
Although, look, they've got troops just there. They've gone all the way to the border of Mirkwood. That's ridiculous. So far. They are ballsy, that's certainly for true. But their days are definitely coming to an end. I mean, I know that we don't actually hold that much, and... Oh, Anduin falters. Oh, go on then.
Your orders. Yes. As you wish.
Have to go into Fangorn.
Stopping here.
Strondos built a great hall. Perfect. Recruitment is... There's more recruitment options now, and one extra free upkeep unit. And Vilta got those paths, which could go up to roads, but then we get no income. Oh, what? Where on earth are these armies coming from? Logarth really doesn't like us. Our little raiding army seems to have already hit a dead end, annoyingly. We just can't really risk or allow...
I will not waste words on you.
Yes.
I will not waste words on you. My lord. By your command.
Your orders, my lord.
Leave him.
Assembling a mighty host.
Leave him.
Yes. March to Ix, my lord.
Oh, Karasant can train 3 units in one go.
Yes.
That's brilliant.
We can go.
Yes, my lord.
They can retrain, but we can't retrain those. We'll go for a practice range here because it's so unbelievably cheap. And then we can at least get some crossbows out on the front line. And then what else though? What else? We can't train anything else in Strondos other than another general, but we don't want to do that. And they're retraining the generals anyway. Ah, here we go. No, don't train those, but I will take those. Perfect, more forces. Vilta, because you are on the front line, if you can take a few more. Same with Othelbed. Let's get some extra units from around and about.
We can go no further.
Just so that if they do come on these edges, it's going to be a little harder for them to get us. And what of Winterion Ior? How many turns is it going to hold for? 2 more turns. We'll see it out.
Splitting the troops.
That is, of course, our main army now. With Norway and... What's he called? The factionaire. Begins with an S. Swine. Swain. Oh no, Logarth's going to fall immediately after taking
The
it.
enemy lays siege to our people.
We don't want to get caught in Logarth with 4 units of cavalry. That's not going to end well. The AI just gets so many troops, and Rune has so much money. It's a right pain in the neck. But as soon as our army is set and ready, we're pushing out again. You better believe. No, I don't think you should go all the way back, because it's just foolish, really. We'll keep the Elven units, and those 2. That unit can go back, that unit can go back, so can those.
Orders.
We'll keep the rest.
As you wish.
So you'll head out.
Your orders, my lord.
My lord.
Take those 3 with you. I know they're only weak trash, but with the generals in tow, that will help. We could go back to Ostanivari. Strondos is about to have now a sizable force. You might as well send those... No, we can just leave them there and retrain them later.
As you wish. Orders.
Are we losing money yet? No, but we're gaining hardly any. So Karasant has trained everything it's going to train.
Your will, my lord. As you wish.
It isn't long. So I think you should go back sort of into the fray.
This tower will keep vigil over the lands.
We are going to lose Logarth. That's a done deal. But perhaps then that's where we should think of heading, because once this army is set, it's going to press back into their heartland.
Yes, my lord.
So why don't you head over here to try and stop exactly this happening. It's because of bloody Varfest all the way down here training troops for them when they...
Your orders, my lord.
Oh, we need a spy, really. Have we got a spy capacity? Yes, brilliant. Give me a spy.
Yes, my lord. Without question.
He's in.
Tomorrow's journey planned out.
Right, Winteria and Eor will rise up now. They won't let it just die. They always fight. They'll at least claim some men and ensure a little bit more survival in the future. Oh, crime and netties. It's Khan Uldor, isn't it? He's come all the way round. He has come... Oh no, it's someone totally different with a gigantic army. Casual. There's absolutely no way we're going to win that. Our army is made entirely of trash, and Frothere is an untested general. This rather puts a halt on our plans.
We are disgraced. Fall back and retreat.
Oh no! And now when we...
Back from the walls.
I wanted you to withdraw to the ships. Right, there's nothing for it, fighting. But at least now the garrison of the city's not involved.
Muster your courage, men. We march into battle.
I do not think we will win this. I think there is nothing in our army that stands out as a useful unit except our general, and he is totally negated by the number of elite units that they have. They also have a ton of cavalry, so they're going to try and flank us like nobody's business. So this is unfortunately going to rather swiftly be the end of our attack on the eastern side, because Rune have so much money. Right, we'll take this hill. Pause the battle. Stagger yourselves. They've got just as many archers as we have. Tell you what, actually, no. Have those archers on the sides, and we might be able to use them for flanking, possibly, if their own units. This is the only unit of ours that actually has some punch and some weight to it. The Dorwinion Defender unit. But as you can see, the rest of our melee forces don't even make up enough to cover the archer line. And Frothere, head out over there. Everybody run. Speed her up. Take positions. Begin firing. There's the bulk of their cavalry on the far side. Well, we don't want to just stand here and get shot at, so... Bowman! They're moving. They are moving. Cut and support the Thorn.
Defeat seems almost certain.
Oh, it is certain. I wouldn't worry about that. That's every unit, isn't it? Yeah.
I'm ready, I suppose. Attack!
They're coming straight through. They're coming straight through. Move into the middle where you get greater protection. Covering the sides. Those clansmen. You go for those tribesmen there. Come on, bowmen. Protectors are taking a bit of a pounding. No, keep going with the clansmen. Keep going with the clansmen. Keep on, men. Keep on. Frothere will take down those Balcons. Ah, bugger.
Defeat seems almost certain.
It is. It is certain. But have some damned faith, man. It is not for the leader to call out in front of the men that defeat is certain. We must stand resolute to the last. Every runic soul that dies on this field is one less sword against us in the future. repayment for the tears of our women and children. Return tenfold on these fools. Defensive mode. Shoot those Dragon Riders. Defensive mode. Ah, they're caught.
Only
there.
half our force remains.
They got fur hats on for it. We're in the Sea of Rune. Must be hot here. First unit routing. Friothir is getting overtaken at the moment by Balkoth tribesmen. Our forces rout. Well, at least we'll have more money. Always look on the bright side. There's clansmen. The protectors are fighting on, as I say, the best unit on the field other than Friothir. He probably will beat those Balkoth, but I'm surprised how many have fallen. Oh, blimey, not everyone wants to see that. Oh dear, they're not going to do anything now. That was an absolutely smashing charge. It's over.
This defeat
Abandon
is a
it
bitter
before.
drop to swallow.
Before it's too late. We won't. They won't board the ship. It's retreating is such a frustrating aspect of this game. There's absolutely no guarantee where they're going to go. It's such a pain. But oh well. We'll take this setback on the chin as we have done with all others. Frothier survived!
Must make a stand.
Oh, and they've come again. They've brought a general this time. And a sizable army.
We attack!
Quite a good general as well, by the looks of it. I think this is probably the end of Theoden and Theodomir. We should have put more troops into this place when we had the chance. It's our own fault.
High Paladin. Move out this area. Bowman. Dorwinion will be countered.
Now, the main bulk of their army is their general. And then the Daratai hunters. You have to keep firing. You absolutely have to keep firing. Come on. It's lagging so hard. I don't know why. Come on, do as you're told. Shoot already. Theodomir is totally surrounded. No, this is the end of Theoden, isn't it? There's just too many forces. We can't shoot the bodyguard, which was my hope. I was trying to line them up so we can get a clear shot in the side. But we can get the dragon guard. But now we're just getting shot by the enemy. But I'm not bothered about archers because they're useless in battle. So I'm trying to use my arrows against the forces that are actually killing the Theodomir. Oh yeah, the Lokrim
is no longer in command of the city.
The Lokrim bodyguard have lost basically no one. And we have been cut down to half already. The only way... No, there's just no way we'll win this. Lokrim bodyguard are armor piercing. Let's go to 3 times.
We've lost half of our men.
And that was our foolish general, isn't it? Yeah, there it goes.
The defeat seems almost certain.
It's over now then. Two crushing blows in one go. Dear oh dear. How the battle changes so swiftly on a tuppenny piece. Again, we don't need to see the end of this one out.
We've been dealt a stinging
We're not going to win that. I don't know why it was lagging so horribly. I don't know what it was about that map that it really didn't like. But oh dear. Something of a setback in Dorwinion's expansion. I was so sure and so very certain that Rune have pretty much used all of their lives, and it is now a matter of time. But of course, Rune can just pump out troops non-stop. I don't want to have to waste a large garrison to go and sit in there doing nothing. But hopefully Dale will come down from the north and assist us, maybe, possibly. They didn't attack Logarth, so at least we got a bit of a reprieve there. Oh, and the ring is in Mistral. Brilliant. Ah, the time has come. The time has now come. Tensions between the Avari and the Northmen threatens to tear the realm apart, and a decision, however disliked by one side, must be made in order to align the peoples of Dorwinion to a single goal. Do we side with the Northmen nobles or the Avl'yn High Council? The elves of our realm are master craftsmen, and we would be able to better utilize their smithing expertise, and they would marshal the finest warriors of the East. However, they would not field as many battalions as the Northmen. Under the labours of the Northmen, our economy would flourish. We would have access to excellent medium-tier units who would also be more readily available than the elves. Finally, we would also be able to field battalions of elite and extremely heavy cavalry. We may not see a change immediately, but our decision will certainly have long-term effects, and we should choose wisely. Pressing accept will see Dorwinion side with the Northmen, a decision of offence. Pressing decline will see Dorwinion side with the Avl'yn High Council, a decision of defence. Northmen, please. We have actually since... Oh, that's the image that I used for the response campaign. That's funny. The decision has been made. Dorwinion will side with the Northmen nobles. The land will be made ready for a long and bitter war. All able-bodied men shall be enlisted in the armies of the Wineland. The nobles will muster their household cavalry, and the Vintner court shall allow its heraldic guards to march to war in service to Dorwinion. Our armies will now grow in size, but the elves may well retreat to the shadows and disappear forever. In one last show of solidarity, Avl'yn, the Avaryn war councillor, has pledged support to your cause. He brings with him a contingent of the finest warriors the Avari can muster. Yes, he does.
Yes.
Perfect timing. Welcome, Avl'yn. Welcome. Now, unfortunately, he doesn't have his retinue, which is Avaryn war councillor, because I hadn't set that up at the time of starting this campaign. Which is a disappointing thing.
Your orders, my lord.
And there we go. So you get 2 generals upon choosing the choice. You will note that 1 general comes with every unit from the nation you have now essentially said no to, including his own bodyguard, which are Avari Naharim. So that's your full elven contingent. You also get a 2nd general who will spawn with a bodyguard of the best unit from that side. So in this case, Paladins of the Vintner Court. And he comes with a 2nd unit of those as well. If I had chosen elves, then Avl'yn would still have spawned, but he would have only come with 2 units, and Edwodyn would have come with a full listing of Northmen forces. Right, you've come at an absolutely opportune moment. So, the army in Strondost can now absolutely do some massive damage if we take Avl'yn with them. So, muster here.
Yes, my lord.
I think we've got more than enough on that side, so you guys merge together and head down to join with Nerway. In which case, Forthwin, if you would, come out of the army. Oh, we are absolutely hemorrhaging money. Oh, they abandoned their assaults. What? Why have they done that? That makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. Might as well use some money in some goof to do some good. Garvrad built a trading post. Theodomir died, of course, at Theoden. And our armies... but Frothier. Frothier! There is a task then that must be done for you. You will now return to the island.
Yes. With honor.
And you will reclaim Theoden in the name of Theodomir.
Yes.
As our army prepares in the Southland. We'll have 3 generals here. There's a lot of trash in this army, I grant you. Because we've just taken the best units away. But with a 2-pronged approach, we can smash these buggers. I don't want Mistran, though, because I do not want the ring. That's so disappointing. I'm going to have to skirt around it for a while. So I'll tell you what we will do. Nerway the Conqueror, because the army over here is now a couple of turns away, do head west. I want you to head out and take the Scorched Plains. I'm not too bothered about the Burnt Lands. But the Scorched Plains,
Yes, my lord.
definitely. Although you might as well start with the Plains of Sorrow and work your way
Your
across.
orders,
No,
my lord.
no. Take them in the order you want them.
Yes, my lord.
Edwodyn will meet you
Your
over
orders,
there.
my lord.
Head over. You two will then curve down right down to the mountains, to the Edad Lathui, the mountains of Ash, the Ash Mountains, and then carve your way east, whilst Avl'yn leads
Yes,
the
my
armies in the east.
Your orders, my lord.
Our
Yes,
two
my lord.
army leaders, although Vidahar, of course, is one of our finest generals, and he still stands in the east there.
Splitting the troops.
Otherwise, even though we've chosen Northmen, our two military commanders are both elves. But there we are. I'm sure that I reworded that choice message. I'm absolutely certain I did, and I'm therefore thinking that it didn't make its way into me before I started this campaign, or it's been overwritten, which would be a damned shame. But I reworded it to give more effect to the fact that you were siding with the nobles of the Northmen rather than the Northmen in general, because one of the big takeaways from the Dorwinion choice is people say they always expect to change culture. They think, oh, I've chosen elves, I'm now going to become an elven faction. And that isn't the case at all. The choice is siding with the mentality and aid, if you will, of the Avl'yn High Council, or siding with the essentially Northmen High Council, or the Northmen nobles, which is what the form they take. That is the actual choice.
Yes, my
We
lord.
just trained a unit over here, didn't we? Yeah, you come and get picked up.
Ships ready.
You're going to join the assault on...
Yes, my lord.
in fact, all of you. Oh, look, and there's you two retrained. Perfect.
Your will, my lord.
You two go south
By your
then.
command.
Your orders, my lord. Yes, my lord.
No, wait, just try and get over there as
Your
quickly as you
orders,
can.
my lord.
Edwodyn will follow.
Orders.
Yes, my lord.
With honor, my lord. Merging armies.
Right, so they're not going to like this because we're going to pull everyone out of the
Yes, my
garrison.
lord.
Our money is going to drop
Orders.
substantially.
My lord. Yes.
But the army is
Combining
ready.
forces.
Come on then, Dara.
I will not waste words on you.
Taste our elven blades.
Your will, my lord.
You will find
Make camp
you are
here.
not worthy.
Not possible.
Right, and then
My
you
lord.
two, yes.
By your
You're
command.
going with Rekared.
We'll make camp
Shagelda and Rekared join up together with the
Troops ready.
Admiral. And then you are going to take
Can go no
Theaton
further.
and hold that. Dara seems to be the main force in the south here. The southern army is going to push down and go back to Ostinivari, I think. As long as de Harville remains ours, that's a key point for Rune lost. But they're still going to have the eastern side, which is very frustrating to me.
Yes,
But
my
no,
lord.
we should be able to get across. Ah, we are going to want to attack, aren't we? So we're going to do that. We can't let them come and get us, and we can't trust that we will be able to get out in time. I don't think we're going to win this, but we stand 10 times more chance on the field than we do defending the city. And they'll definitely attack before Noe gets there. He's 3 or 4 turns away. That's just too long. We can't wait that long.
Units, await my orders.
So we must go now. Particularly... Get some shots off, please. Please, please, please. Come and catch one of those units. Don't get caught, don't get caught. Please tell me you're not getting javelins thrown at you. Run away from the javelins. Run away from the javelins. 25% of their army, though, is considerably more than 25% of our army. That's an acceptable loss. Right, turn yourselves. And both of you, hit those hunters. Keep firing, keep firing, keep firing. Pull away. Nice. Now go for the crossbowmen. They're shooting everything they've got. That's all we can ask. Hit the crossbowmen. turn and face. Look at him charging down the line. Come! Follow this fellow. Let's call him Steve. Follow Steve. Excellent. I hate crossbow units. And the AI is so much better at using them than I am. And that makes me hate them even more. If I am to die, if I am to play poorly, then I'll do as best I can to make them have as few opportunities to kill me. Right, new target, tribesmen, Daratai hunters. You guys keep running away, but keep shooting at things. Oh, that was a terrible charge. They moved at the right moment.
The enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half their men.
Damn right they have. Oh no, the crossbow's got some shots on. Alright, that should be the end of the crossbows. Two of you together.
Our men have fought long and are becoming tired.
They turned at the absolute perfect moment there. No, they're routing! They're routing! They're routing! We're gonna win. We're bloody well gonna win.
For the moment, the fortune of battle goes our way. Let's pray it remains as such.
You're bloody right it goes our way. It's already over. Everyone. Finish it. Let's finish it in style, shall we? Get into them before they throw. Oh, a couple of them did take hits. Keep them busy. Keep them busy.
The enemy
Yes!
army flees the field. Pursue and
Let none get away. Captain Arnken absolutely deserves to be made into a general here. This is turning into a ridiculous show.
the enemy are utterly vanquished.
Yes!
This is a great victory, worthy of only the mightiest of generals.
The two riders. And now it's Captain Erland. The captains unfortunately change every time an action happens. So, as soon as a captain goes into a town, he no longer exists. And a new captain then leads the army. So Arnken, who led us in the previous battle, where we captured Logarth, he is now just a nobody, and Erland has now taken over. And Erland, hopefully, should definitely get an opportunity to join the family, because that was a stunning display.
We are victorious!
No! Come on! How are we losing 6,000 go? Oh, of course.
Your orders, my lord.
500, 520, 340, 340, 340, 403.
Yes, my lord. Your orders, my lord.
We
Yes,
are losing so
your
much
orders,
money,
my
but
lord.
we now have two really quite powerful armies,
Will, my lord.
Ships ready.
and they'll be able to do it. Right, so no, wait, we're not too
Yes,
bothered then
my
about Logarth, so cut in on the road there.
Your orders, my lord. Yes, my lord. Your orders, my lord. Yes, my
Edwodyn
lord.
is so slow.
Your orders, my lord.
I really don't
Yes,
think
my lord.
those units should...
Elven warriors.
We can't retrain them, they're just nothings now. But their upkeep is so low. Anyway, that is where episode 1 is going to end of this week. Oh, this week is totally a difficult and totally up and down week, isn't it? When am I going to record next? Oh no, I will be able to record on Christmas Eve. I don't think Christmas will change the schedule at all. Although I'm not here on Wednesday or Thursday. So there will be a bit of a delay, possibly. Yes, Friday's video will not go up until Saturday. So that's the only effect of this week. Otherwise, it'll all be normal. So thank you very much for watching, if indeed you have. I thoroughly enjoyed that. Despite taking 2 horrible losses and losing our Northern Army and Theoden, unfortunately. Theoden. We now, courtesy of choosing the Northmen, we now have better forces. And the barracks event hits shortly, and we then can hit the ground running with our new units. I really want to get the Regent units out. They look so good. So we need to get some money behind us, but we can't really think about money until Rune stops threatening us.
Your orders,
Viduhar's army is now incredibly powerful. It will take a lot for Rune to kill that. And
Yes, my lord.
Noah's
Your
force,
orders, my lord.
whilst not
Yes, my
amazing,
lord.
is now sizable enough to deal with the provinces over here. So we should start seeing some mopping up. We just don't want to get Mordor involved. I really don't want to go to war with Mordor. But anyway, for now, that is all. Thank you very much for watching. when will you see this video? Monday. Yeah, so we won't worry about Christmas just yet. But until we speak again, Navar na den Bedamad Belunin, and farewell.